Speaking on the theme, branding the education sector, Vice President Dr. Mohammed Jallo said government is to increase access to quality education at all levels that will enable children engage in meaningful, productive economic activity. He said the new direction policies will focus on education governance and financing, human resource management, teaching, primary and secondary school management, and supervision. Dr. Jallo also noted that government will ensure a child-first approach for the survival, protection, and development of children, including disabled and vulnerable. On the issue of child marriage, he noted that government will design policies, harmonize and standardize laws to combat child marriage, develop a national strategy to combat child marriage, and provide protection, rehabilitation and reintegration support for victims of child marriage.
So it is our responsibilities as government to make sure that when we talk about increasing access to education, that we give particular attention to girls. And I've just told you that we are going to develop a particular fund to help that. So we are calling on civil society organizations and young organizations like the youth groups here to be very vigilant so that you can monitor the new direction commitment to some of these policies. Because it is one thing to say we are going to do something, but we also want you to build that strategic partnership with us so that you can monitor our commitment, so that you can come to us, so that you can engage us, engage the different ministries to make sure that these kind of things is implemented. I want to end by saying that disability and people living with disability is a challenge, not only in Sierra Leone, but in sub-Saharan West Africa, in sub-Saharan Africa generally. Because we have this stereotyping about disability, and as a result, not even at government level, not even at institutional level, but also at customary practice level. So I want to encourage young boys, wherever you find yourself, young boys and girls, to take this very seriously, for you to individually take that campaign within your communities, within your school system, to push for it. We have a policy document we are going to work to provide additional opportunities and create entry points for people living with disability to find themselves to school institutions and also to job. And this is something you can take up, and this is something we want you to engage the Ministry of Youth, to engage the Ministry of Education, to make sure that they factor in opportunities for children and people living with disability.
The Deputy Director, One Family People, Adia Diallo, said it's high time that accessible becomes a reality in the country, adding that all children, including girls with disability, must feel welcome at schools. She congratulated CAN for the leadership they demonstrated to bring them together and collectively identify solutions to rebrand the education sector. UNICEF education specialist Henry Shikundo said his organization will continue to support education and make it very inclusive, stressing that they will continue to fund child-related activities across the country. The Senior Social Services Officer, Ministry of Social Welfare, Daniel Bau, described child marriage as a human rights violation that impedes on the development of girls in Sierra Leone and consequently on their families, communities and education. For News Hour in Freetown, Thomas Neal reporting.